Here we go.
Welcome to the longevity series.
Welcome to the Optimal Longevity Series. I am Dr. Court, and I am here with my lovely wife, Jet Court, and Tyson.
And we're gonna go ahead and read a disclosure before we get started.
Yes.
Here we go. These statements and comments have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This information is for educational purposes only and includes recent advances in research on micronutrients. Engage, the micronutrient company, does not claim that our products diagnose, treat, cure, heal, or prevent any disease or injury. Engage's products do, however, address our deficiencies and provide our bodies with the nutrients we are lacking. Nothing here is intended to be a substitute for treatment or a visit to your primary healthcare provider.
Excellent. Well, let's go ahead and screen share and get started here then. All right, Dr. Prasad, can you see the screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, very good. So the title of tonight's call is the Optimal Longevity Series, a novel approach for the prevention and improved treatment of chronic diseases, the patented Core 4 Dietary Supplement System by Dr. Kedar and Prasad. Want to go ahead?
We'll see.
All right. And here's a picture of Dr. Marlene and Dr. Prasad, where we got to enjoy him this last month, right?
Yes. Yes.
And then, which was lovely, and her whole team. I was going to put up a bunch of pictures, and I'm like, that could get distracting, but there were so many great pictures. But here's Dr. Marlene and Dr. Prasad, and then Dr. Court and I at Dr. Prasad's home, where we actually filmed for 3 hours. Snippets about product and about just history, and he just never tired. He was just spot on, and he's 91 years young, and I just haven't seen anybody as sharp as him.
It's amazing.
All right, next slide. All right, so you want to read Dr. Prasad's accolades, Dr. Court?
I can if you'd like.
Okay.
Dr. Prasad is the world's first PhD radiation biologist. I love to say that he graduated 4.5 years ahead of his class because he took no breaks. And that's just so amazing to me. Dr. Prasad has been awarded many patents on micronutrients, and he discovered the anti-cancer potency of vitamin E succinate. He also discovered butyric acid, which is a small fatty acid found by fermentation of fibers in the gut. And this is an anti-cancer agent as well. Dr. Prasad taught at the University of Colorado School of Medicine in Denver for more than 30 years, and he was the director of vitamin and cancer research. He also was the former president of the International Society of Cancer and Nutrition for a decade. And Dr. Prasad is an author of, gosh, I've lost count, but I believe it's over 36 textbooks. He has also published now, I believe, close to 300 peer-reviewed papers and articles. And he's referenced in PubMed well over 450 times. And it is just my great honor, our great honor, to be able to sit here with you, Dr. Prasad and Dr. Frusan. Let's get this party started.
Let's do it. And Dr. Prasad also has been published in very prestigious journals such as Nature, PNAS, and Science. And he is still publishing and still new patents coming out, and new papers just behind the scenes for everybody on here. While we were a little late, he shared with us he just received a paper that he submitted for publication for one of his patents. So
today,
so that you want to be behind the scenes to get to hear some of that good stuff. So that's why we were a little bit late. Next slide.
Oh, goodness.
Whoa.
What just happened?
Whoa, that was crazy.
Hold on.
Okay. So Dr. Prasad, I brought your favorite this slide back about
Yeah.
this isn't this is why the optimal longevity series came about. And there's a lot of different types of talk about longevity and optimal longevity and health span and age span. But Dr. Prasad, you are the ultimate health span. I'm
Yep.
telling you, your lifespan is really the length of how long you live, but your health span is how many years you live a healthy, vibrant life. And you
Yes.
want your health span to equal your lifespan. And the top part of this graphic is normal aging here in the US and around the world, where it's not a very high quality of life. And there are many chronic diseases, and you really don't live that quality. On the bottom, that's Dr. Prasad. Okay. This optimal longevity, still pursuing his passion, albeit he's not competing in competitive, let me see, volleyball or what else did you compete in?
Tennis.
Tennis,
Yeah.
right? But he did for many years. He does meditate every morning. He's very committed to his health. But you know what? He's super sharp. And this right here, you just embody this, Dr. Prasad. And so every time I look at this, I talk with you, you know, a lot of people may not know this behind the scenes. You never say you're just always learning, always striving to help humanity, publishing new papers, and you're 91 years young. And so I just want to say that's why this Optimal Longevity series call is so important to me, because you have just really changed my life and the life of so many people and so many more to come. So go ahead, Dr. Court. All right. So Dr. Prasad, I wanted to start behind the scenes. We had the privilege to get to see this engaged CQF philosophy, right, Dr. Marlene? Well, we
Yes.
actually got to see and go to the manufacturer with full transparency with her team, and everybody was blown away by what we got to see at the manufacturing plant. But can you explain to everybody on here why the CQF philosophy was created and the behind the scenes things of why this is so important before we go on to your patent?
Yeah. C, Q, as you know, C means right combination, Q means right quantity, and F means right form. So these are the main issue of, say, micro daily, original micro daily, and that based on that I developed it. Now, when you say combination, for example, most of the nutrition industry thinks that beta carotene has the same function as vitamin A. Partly true, because one molecule of beta carotene gives two molecules of vitamin A. But when we found out in research that certain function that beta carotene performs, that vitamin A cannot do it. For example, connection protein, the two normal cells held together, get lost when the cell becomes cancerous. But when you treat the cancer cell with beta carotene, the connection protein is restored and looks like a normal cell. Vitamin A cannot do it. Same way, vitamin A participate in the differentiation of many cell while you are growing up, and then beta carotene cannot do it. So I treated beta carotene and vitamin A as a separate ingredient, and that's why we listed it as a separate form. So this is the combination. Another combination, most of the industry put the vitamin E as a vitamin E acetate. But vitamin E acetate is good. But we also discovered while studying vitamin E that vitamin E succinate form is the most effective form of vitamin E because it acts as an anti-cancer agent. It also crosses blood-brain barrier easily because it is more soluble than vitamin E acetate. And then it gradually converted to alpha tocopherol so that that body can use it. But vitamin E acetate immediately get converted to alpha tocopherol and the body can use it. So you can see that the combination this kind of combination is very, very important, just like vitamin A and beta carotene. Another thing is that quantity, how much quantity you should put it. after a lot of research, the quantity has to be totally safe for human. And for that, I did a lot of study and as research and found out yes. And when I was then anyway, but form is also important because, for example, vitamin A, I could have put vitamin A acetate, but is cheaper, but I selected vitamin A palmitate because this is the form body stores it. So this is very important. Sometimes selenium, they use selenium oxide, which is cheap, but it is not absorbed very well. So we added a selenomethionine. So what form you use it is very important. And more another thing that it is not here, that that is very, very important. We did not add iron, copper, manganese, or any heavy metal because all of you know that iron combined with vitamin C and generates an extensive amount of free radicals. And heavy metal is very toxic to your brain. And so we said, no, we avoided all these things. And that's why our product is so good. This kind of stuff, when we were doing experiment with the Marine Corps, the IRB of Navy, Institutional Review Board of, took 9 months to question me every time about the toxicity, the form and combination, why you did this. And finally they approved it. So CQWA has been approved. The concept, toxicity, form, and combination has been approved by the IRB of the Navy and has been patented, as you know. And we have tried.
Dr. Prasad, can we back up? That was for your first formulation. That
Yes,
was a multi-micronutrient approach that
right.
took 9 months from it. And the institutional review board, like you told me today, they
Yeah.
peppered him for that time for every single ingredient in there for
Yes,
toxicity.
yes,
And so
exactly.
this wasn't a random, this isn't a tagline or a
Exactly.
slogan of a marketing company.
No,
This is based on science and the work that Dr. Prasad had to do on the very first formulation that had 24 million in research to make sure that it was safe. And
yes.
this has now continued through for every formulation that you make with Engage. And I wanted to just stay here for a second. Dr. Marlene, how impressive is this CQF, Dr. Prasad, and going to Nutra for you as a naturopath and a formulator? What did it mean for you, and maybe also part of your team, to get to see the level of excellence that Dr. Prasad has put forth?
It was amazing. The quality control and how they test each individual um part of the supplement as it goes in, and then after they make it, they rebatch and test it then. And the testing, the whole facility, the each individual part that goes into making the supplements
Yes.
is beyond spectacular and way high standards compared to any of the other supplement lines that I have personally dealt with in my own practice.
Excellent.
I wanted to add something here real quickly, and that's, with the RDA, that was established long, long ago, like in the 40s or 50s. Is that not correct, Dr. Prasad? Recommended daily allowance.
But yeah, that was a long, long time ago.
Long, long ago. You and I and Che were having this conversation. And that's where this quantity comes into play. There are some quantities on our formula that are only 43%, not
Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
And that's because the RDA is so old
yeah.
that tell us more if you want to about that, Dr.
No, I
Prasad.
think my main concern was not whether it's the RDA level or not. My concern was whether in any place individual antioxidant has any kind of toxicity dose. When I selected the dose, I redo it. That does it cause any form of toxicity in human? There is no data. There is no evidence. So I said, okay, I will keep this one. But combination was my idea. And but the individual toxicity issue, I do individually. I did not follow RDA, but I just had some idea of RDA, and In my book, I have always give the RDA value, but when I prepare for optimal health, that's not relevant. Relevant is the optimal dose that can do the job. It is
Mm,
not just the dose. For the important thing is, for example, our micro daily EMF, and we have it, and so this is the only, in order to reduce oxidative stress and inflammation at the same time, you have to activate nerve 2, which increases the antioxidant enzyme, and then you have to also increase the antioxidant compounds. No, not many other product can do that. And until you don't do that, then you won't get the optimal reduction in a oxidative stress inflammation. This is the key. Our product, and another very interesting thing is, I don't know whether I want to go on that detail, but for example, in a chronic condition, generally nerve to get activated by a small amount of reactive oxygen species. But after chronic issue, that happens in most of the people during aging, then they become resistant to ROS.
mm,
And only way you can activate them is by certain antioxidant, and those antioxidants I have listed it. And so,
mm.
so in our preparation, I have those antioxidants that can activate RO2, ROS resistant nerve 2 and increase antioxidant enzyme. No other product has it.
I guess
Amazing.
it's safe to say that what's in our product is exactly what the body needs.
Yeah,
No more, no less,
exactly.
just right.
Well, and I
Yeah,
think that when you talked about the not having iron, copper, and manganese,
yeah,
vitamin C, and it makes sense but most products have those combinations in them, and they
I know.
actually
I
take
know.
them every day and create their pro-oxidants and create massive amounts of oxidative stress in their body because of
Yeah,
the formulation they're putting in.
You know,
because
to
you have to remember these trace mineral is called trace mineral because this is tiny amount is needed for your biological function. And once they get inside the body, there is no method of excretion of iron, copper, manganese regularly. And so it accumulates. So is the
Right.
heavy metal, and therefore it is dangerous. And even junk food, if you go hamburger, McDonald's, any place, you will have more than enough iron for your day. That
Right.
will last for a long time.
So, Dr. Prasad, I brought you to this page with you and your handsome. Look at your son over here, Dr.
Yeah,
J.
yeah,
And I put this up because I think this is after the CQF, based off of your research and the institutional review board, and you having to get peppered with questions, you created your own standard, which
yeah,
is CQF. With the next aspect of that is the proper dosing is the key
yeah,
for optimal results. And
yeah.
then that's a great picture of you too, by the
this,
sorry, Dr. Tort.
I
And
know.
it is. And for you don't know that Dr. Prasad's son, Dr. Che, is a pathologist, but he's also now the executive director of Marin County General.
Yes,
So he's and he's also a part of our team at Engage.
yes.
Um, can you walk me through why this statement, proper dosing is key for optimal results? And then on the right-hand side, we actually put the dosage guidelines, and we don't need to go through all of those, but
No,
can
this
you?
is all this dosage guideline is for new product. He was
Mhm.
not involved in any old product that we have. He was involved now in micro daily, the mineral boost. He's involved there, and so and then he also does a lot of research. We do compare our results, and this sometimes agree on certain things, sometimes disagree, and so then it comes out. Then that is his contribution, and also the way he presents to a public. I cannot do it. I become more scientific, but he's in a very public term so that everybody can understand it. And so his addition has been very good for me because I have to work less. No.
Which is awesome, right? But
Huh?
for behind the scenes, he's been working with you since you were actually doing your research at CU Denver Medical School. So
Yeah, he was doing research, but he was not involved in developing the product that we have
no,
developed in the past.
right. But But this picture here talking about proper op dosing,
Yes.
Dr. Prasad, can you explain to me the proper dosing for the micro daily EMF or hydro?
Yeah, for example, a hydro proper dosing is the same issue that we have in a original capsule. So it doesn't require any explanation except that it has the same CQF like in micro daily EMF. So hydro is just the water soluble form, and it has been there for a long time now. And because some vitamin which has a lipid soluble like vitamin A, vitamin E, so the company or manufacturing guy solubilize it somehow, and now it is water soluble. So that's the only difference. Content is the same. Everything is same.
And
Why is it that we take 2 doses?
yeah, why did you come up with the dosing for a 2-a-day dose for the micro daily EMF or the micro daily and now the micro daily EMF and hydro? Why is it a 2-a-day dose?
For hydro, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, and capsule 3 in the morning, 3 in the evening. And the reason is because the turnover of antioxidant in your body is very rapid. Half of them will be gone by evening, another half will be gone by next morning. And what I found in my laboratory in Denver, that we analyzed 1,000 genes, human genes, and find out that if you vary the dose of vitamin E succinate just by a little bit, 20, 30%, there is a marked alteration in gene expression.
Mm.
And when you have marked expression in gene expression, one time they can mistake and cause mutation, and that can increase the risk of many things. And so I said, no, I want to maintain a steady level. Therefore, we are the only one who recommend twice for this reason. But because many people are not aware of the literature, that I published it actually, that a variation in the antioxidant in your body can alter a lot of gene expression changes rapidly. And therefore, in order to avoid that, we should take half in the morning, half in the evening.
Decades before this whole
Yes.
circadian rhythm has come about,
Yeah.
this
And-
formulation already was a 2-a-day dose.
And I have published and I have given a picture of what is the dose and how those. I didn't do the experiment. One was postdoctoral fellow, molecular biologist, and he did 1,000 gene analysis.
So,
And
Dr.
I
Prasad, do
told
you
him
think
to
it's
do it.
important for people when they start with your dosing? More's not better. Taking other people's
No,
products.
that's I want to emphasize.
Okay.
Anything I recommend, sometimes people take on their own. That is up to them. We are company is not responsible if something bad happens. So we emphasize that the take as suggested. Now, if somebody wants to do it, then consult somebody who is expert like you, Dr. Court, me. Can I increase my dose? This thing, because increased dose is only for cancer treatment, not anybody else.
Okay.
But some people say, I think I was going to go to, dialysis, for kidney damage and so on. So I double my, somebody told me, double my macro daily twice. Well, for a few days, if you take twice, it may be okay for certain condition. But I say, you do it the way it is. Because see, the micronutrient is such that the effect is not within 24 hours. It is not medication. Your body is deprived has been for years, and suddenly you give some micronutrient, it takes time to be absorbed, distributed, correctly accumulated enough amount so that they can perform their optimal function. So
So,
at least,
Dr. Prasad, this is such an important point for you, because if we take more of any micronutrient,
yeah,
our body, after you stop taking that mega dose,
yeah.
right, it could see it as a deficit or a stressor, and then express genes that we don't want it to be. And you've already done all the clinical work, and that's why this is a 2-a-day dose for the microdaily EMF.
Yeah, exactly. But many people do it on their own, but nothing I can control. But I always emphasize also another thing emphasize that whenever you are taking our product, except for prescription medication, don't take any other kind of supplement. Some people do. Some people do extra something that I never heard of.
Right.
But
So that was really clear. I think, Dr. Marlene, I want to go to the next one with you with Dr. Prasad. For everyone here, more's not always better. And like in his case, it's a good starting point for everybody, right? But let's talk about the next one of the core four, which is the probiotic daily. I mean, I don't know. I think it's the most beautifully crafted probiotic on the market with a symbiotic and heat resistant, right? Bacteria and the good food. Dr.
yeah.
Marlene, Dr. Prasad, what is the dose for the basic dosage for the probiotic daily? And then I want Dr. Marlene to chime in after you share that.
I don't remember the formula and dosing, but what is unique our formula is that not only we have a lactobacillus and a bifido, those are two beneficial bacteria. Each has a many strain of that. Each has a many strain, and so most of the product you will see they will have a lactobacillus and bifido, several strain and several units. But they are very acid sensitive. They will be destroyed 60 to 70% in the gut. And when they enter the intestine, they have a bile acid. So by the time they go their home to form colony, there are not many left. So it is not as effective. So we decided and did a lot of research. Is there any heat resistance bacteria? And we found lactobacillus coagulant is a very good one, acid resistance, and has been used in human to treat intestinal inflammatory bowel syndrome with some benefit. And then I said, well, is there any other one? Then another one, yeast-derived Saccharomyces boulardii, and so heat resistant as well as acid resistant. So I said, both are non-toxic, has been tested individually in a human study, no toxicity. So I added that based on my research on dose. I don't remember the dose, Janet.
It's one in the morning and one in the
Oh
evening,
yeah,
Dr.
the dose. Yeah, that's the Q, and one in the morning, one in the evening, and it's very interesting. My granddaughter, who was just finished freshman, he's an old friend, 4 or 5 friends he has. They love the probiotics with prebiotics. Why? I said, why? Because, in a weekend they drink a lot. And so the intestine get upset. And as soon as he takes it, they create prevent the formation of harmful bacteria. So he said, oh, she calls me G. uh, your product is loved by my friend. And
That's a
so,
fantastic story.
yeah, very interesting.
So, Dr. Prasad, first of all, to back up, microdaily EMF on its own does have a patent.
Yes, and that is credit goes to Dr. Court and you, because I was totally ignorant about EMF until he brought that attention. Then I did a lot of research and I developed it and then submitted a separate application, emphasized that EMF radiation is so dangerous for now and for future, analogous to like the smoking used to be in 60s. Nobody
Right.
believed that. And so I said, I believe it. And then we can't, smoking, you can stop it if you want to. But the EMF radiation, you can't stop it. Right
No.
now, we are getting exposed to EMF radiation. So, what is the best thing is to reduce the damage. And that's the reason we developed, added a additional food ingredient there, which has been tested in a animal model and found out that it protects against EMF radiation. So I said, well, it is all like a curcumin, resveratrol, green tea extract, and so I said we added that and submitted for separately for
Right.
a
Okay.
patent. And but don't forget it. It is not that submitting a patent. The examiner who is responsible for approving for patent had 20 different questions. So I have to answer all those questions. And then when they're satisfied with my answer, then they approve it.
Amazing. And so then we just talked about the first part of the core four was the microdaily EMF
Right.
in any form, hydro or capsule, and then the probiotic daily, which is
Yeah.
patent pending on its own. So
Right.
Dr. Marlene, with
Now you don't have to worry about patent pending on its own, and also the omega-3 and collagen peptide is already patented. So now 4 since has been patented, you don't have to get a patent separately.
amazing,
You see what I
amazing.
mean?
You know what? It's incredible. Dr. Marlene, you use the core four as a standard of care in your practice. With
Yes.
probiotic, if somebody you measure them and they come in, how do you do the probiotic? If they're not seeming to assimilate, what is the thing that you may vary a little bit to help them?
So the probiotic is the one thing that I will give them a slightly higher dose of if they're having assimilation issues with anything else.
Again,
So
in that case, like for example, things like probiotics is so non-toxic. If somebody uses it twice, it's okay. Same thing is collagen. No, omega-3, I mean, omega-3. Omega-3 is absolutely essential. They get easily oxidized if your body have high oxidative stress and become dysfunctional. It is so important for both brain and heart. So you want to make sure you have a good functioning the omega-3.
So Dr. Prasad, going back over here, Miss Marlene, let's talk about we'll go to the omega-3. On the omega-3 daily, the dosing on there is take one soft gel twice a day, one in the morning and the evening. So again, it's a circadian 2-a-day dose on that. And then for the collagen daily, it has listed on here, take one serving daily. But
Yeah.
Dr. Prasad, is it okay if someone takes two? Or do you think it's optimal what would you like for them to do?
I think one is optimal in my opinion because sometimes you take too much, it can have some side effects.
Okay.
One of the two things that doesn't have a side effect is the omega-3 and probiotics. If you double it in the morning, double in the evening, no effect,
Got it.
no toxicity. The
So
rest of them, I don't recommend it at all.
perfect. I want to end on that note. And so if you don't have this dosage guideline, we do have you do get it sometimes in your orders, but I wanted this image up here for everyone because this is really from you, Dr. Prasad, and your years of research, and the dosing guideline is so important for us right now and for the future,
Yeah,
for people to feel comfortable. This isn't just somebody just marketing. This is a legacy, a lifetime of 70 plus years of work, right, Dr. Prasad, of 50,
yeah,
60 years of work to come up with the dosing here that's safe with no contraindications for anything on here, which is
exactly.
critical.
And as I said, they have been tested in human before, animal model. I mean, not many product that is in the marketplace has any human study.
Okay. And so Dr. Prasad, here is, what are you doing, Dr.
I'm
Court?
sorry.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Here is the actual image of the core four, which is the
Yeah,
core
right.
dietary supplement system that now is not patent pending. Dr. Prasad, a couple weeks ago, you got a phone call from the attorney, and what did he tell you?
He said that it has been approved and number will be coming in a few weeks.
So is core four dietary supplement system of these four the first of its kind ever?
This kind ever.
Okay. To be
Generally, you
able
get a patent on single product.
In the world.
let's go to the next slide. Okay.
I love that.
Okay. So you guys, so the core four, Dr. Prasad has written many peer-reviewed published papers on many different types of chronic disease. And one of them, he's been writing on this for a while. Okay, since he first came out with core four, he's been publishing papers a long time on the very first multi-micronutrient, which is the microdaily. But here on the very left-hand side, in 2023, he wrote a paper with the core four for the prevention and improved treatment of Alzheimer's disease. The
Yeah.
next one to the right of that is the attenuation of beta amyloids and other risk factors, okay, by core 4.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's a recent paper. That's a 2024 paper. And then to the
Not
right of
only
that,
not only that, in this year I have presented in an international meeting for which I was invited exactly on this topic, and I have presented, and they all loved it.
of, of course. And this is for Alzheimer's. And then to the right of that, I actually put in a paper that many of you may not know, which is core 4 for the prevention and improved treatment of hearing loss.
Yes, yes,
Right? Next
yes.
slide,
What?
please. Yeah. What? And actually, those people write Dr. Prasad every year, and they want him to lecture because he is one of the few strategies that actually really help people with hearing loss. So
Especially musician. We have a lot of music,
musicians.
and they all develop some kind of. Even my son, who is a musician, his hearing issue is a little bit worse than mine.
Wow. Well, so there is hope for
And
people that
he
have
is very
hearing
good
issues.
one. Still, it is very good one. But I'm saying that, and he's taking now
Mhm.
core 4, and so I don't think he will go any further. But progress any learning. But musician is very common
It is.
because it is so noisy.
Noise pollution is real.
Yeah,
It sounds right. So
yeah,
then Dr. Prasad's written many published papers and textbooks and literature on diabetes. And so
yes,
on the far left is his latest paper, 2025 paper on the prevention and improved treatment of diabetes mellitus with
yes.
core 4.
Core
Okay, with the
4.
patent with core 4.
Yep.
And we have seen, and we'll talk more as soon as this screen's done. We've got one more slide, and then we'll do like a fireside chat to wrap up. And then, which is in my opinion, I think if we can get people's blood sugar under control and with this core 4, we can change a lot of lives because that is the root of so many stinking chronic diseases because that blood sugar. And we have seen so many miracles. I know Marlene's like, it's exciting to get to see people even at 3 weeks, a month, even then at 3 months where every red blood cell is brand new, to see their A1Cs and to see their blood sugar normal, Dr. Prasad. It's
Yeah.
life changing.
You
I,
know,
I have a
you
question for Dr. Marlene, just real quick. Dr. Marlene, how many, on like a 1 out of 10, how many people have issues with high blood sugar that you see in your clinic?
Oh, 1 out of 10. Let's see here. It would be probably closer to um a 5 to 6 out of 10. It would be probably close to 5 to 6 out of 10. So at least half, probably more like 60-ish%.
Yeah, I think the stats are over 8, like 8 out of 10. And today I was talking to somebody who worked in amputees, and I said, "How many of your amputees have
They're
high
real high.
blood sugar?" And he said,
All of them.
"All of them."
Yeah. Well, but Dr. Marlene, they may be normal, but they could be pre-diabetic.
Yes.
So
Now, see, I
Thank you.
can honestly say that. So every person that I see is either pre-diabetic, where they're hypoglycemic, or they have already turned into a diabetic state. Every one of them are that.
Every one of them.
okay. And now that she has core 4 standard of care,
but first you have to know why the diabetes develop. What are the mechanism?
Yes. That
So
and see that I think that's fascinating because, and I want to talk to you about that because what we're seeing in office is a high fungal load making the receptor sites not produce correctly
yeah, now
or
what
bind
happens?
correctly.
This is what happens. The people have a high oxidative stress inflammation in their body all the time. But what happens that when you eat any food in a stomach signals pancreas, I need some insulin to metabolize glucose. So insulin comes, insulin goes and bind with the insulin receptor on the cell membrane, and then activate a molecule called AKT or protein kinase B. And then when they get activated, they send another signal to glucose transporter 3, which is lying idle in the cytoplasm. They send a signal, you migrate to the cell membrane and let the glucose come in. And that's the way it happens. But what happens, why glucose develop, that increased oxidative stress, if you have not taken care of, then they damage receptor. And gradually receptor gets damaged, and now they can't activate AKT. Glucose cannot be transported in the cell. And under that scenario, if you have under that kind of scenario that become like that, and then you say, okay, then they shift to insulin. The insulin also they become resistant. Then what do you do? Well, we have possibility. The omega-3 is the only agent that I know of which directly activate AKT, does not depend on insulin receptor, directly activate AKT, and then he sends a message to glucose transporter, go and cell membrane and let glucose come in. So even in the later stage, if you do right thing, you can improve your situation, condition of diabetes very much.
Okay. So
We've been to school.
I know it's so much fun. So diabetes on the far left. Okay. And all of these are published papers that he wrote on core 4 and different chronic diseases for the prevention and improved treatment. It does, if you notice, the pattern is it doesn't matter what chronic disease it is,
Okay,
right,
then
Dr. Prasad? Because we're going after the root mechanism, not just some symptom. The second paper in the middle, which is actually the prevention and improved treatment of Parkinson's, and that's a 2025 paper. Actually, that was one of the most watched videos we ever lectured on, was the part when we talked about Parkinson's, and that people can actually, Dr. Prasad, and I think this is such a great paper, and I love this paper. It gives a lot of people a lot of hope that don't have hope.
And in the meeting, I saw a couple of people who had a serious beforehand, but since I'm following our protocol, now he is walking very nicely, talking very nicely, not much shaking, little bit shaking, and he sat out with me and talked to his experience. And he said he loved the product and so on. Because when I first met him, he was all trembling, hardly can walk, and so on. And so, but you know, so some other experience probably Dr. Coate has. But you know, I think this is, if you know the mechanism why the disease occurs, then it is easy to devise a plan how to take care of. And there is not one spot that you can say, oh, increased oxidative stress and inflammation is the only agent. That's not true. It is a major player, but also you have to take care of intestinal dysbiosis. You have to take care of loss of collagen. You have to take care of dysfunctional omega-3.
And that's the next slide. And he's already ahead of me. He's so fat. Hang on, wait a second. The last paper on this slide, okay, is for the prevention and improved treatment of PTSD. And one of the papers I didn't get to fit in here is also TBI concussion, and they have PTSD, and how core 4 can really change their lives. So let's just roll back what I just said, that Dr. Prasad walked us through the CQF standards that he created, the proper dosing for optimal results. Okay, the core 4 patent for the dietary supplement system for all chronic, the prevention and improved treatment of all chronic diseases. We just reviewed Alzheimer's. We just reviewed, what else? Oh, hearing loss. We just reviewed diabetes. We just reviewed Parkinson's and PTSD. But guess what, Dr. Marlene? There are others. These are just the ones he's published, right? And so we just talked about chronic kidney disease, and we saw people's numbers in just 3 weeks that were like 2,200. Like, they need to go to dialysis. Hang on, they need to go to dialysis, and now their doctor doesn't know what's going on because they're now down under 2,000. You know, and it's like 2,200, like 22,000 to 2,000. And so, Dr. Marlene, just quickly before we go to the next slide, what other chronic diseases are you seeing how the core 4 helps? Does it, I mean,
well, we're seeing stroke recovery, we're seeing MD recovery and strength coming back, we're seeing MS get less. We're seeing lots of wonderful results with this live in clinic.
It's incredible, but it's just Dr. Prasad. It's more and more like it's not just the chronic diseases that he's published here.
Right.
It's for any chronic disease, right, Dr. Prasad?
Yes, yes.
Okay, want to go
Seriously, any chronic disease,
any chronic disease,
Any chronic
prevention and
disease.
yeah,
prevention and improved
treatment.
treatment.
Okay, let's go to the
When
next slide.
improved treatment in combination with the standard therapy.
Yes,
Yeah.
with the standard therapy. So Dr. Prasad was already way ahead of me because he already listed it, but there are root causes of these chronic diseases.
Yes,
And
right.
there are many of them. But I took most of these from Dr. Prasad's peer-reviewed papers. I did add a couple of them in there, Dr. Prasad. You'll probably note them. But
Yes,
the very first bullet is, in recent years, we've been exposed to increased levels of man-made, non-ionizing polarized electromagnetic fields, also known as EMF radiation, from our
Yeah.
devices, cell towers, cell phones, laptops, Wi-Fi's, microwave ovens, routers, baby monitors, AirPods, televisions, smartwatches. That's his least favorite. Biosensor wearables and nearables, smart meters, smart homes, and the Internet of Things. We can't get away from it, but Dr. Prasad has a patent to protect us from the inside out. But then we have another set of external factors, which are lifestyle factors, like he talked about, like smoking, including secondhand smoke and vaping. Dr. Prasad has written many papers. If you go back, he's been publishing since 1963, and you can look up his research on smoking. And he just did a paper on vaping not that long ago. And it's really powerful. We share that often.
We do.
Okay.
We do.
And excessive alcohol, poor diet. Here's one I snuck in, Dr. Prasad. Nutritional and mineral deficiencies, dehydration, lack of exercise, obesity, sleep issues, circadian dysregulation.
What's that?
Pollution, toxins, chemicals, UV and ionizing radiation. And here's what Dr. Prasad this is really the beauty of his work. All of these external stressors, the different ones, and we're around all the time, they cause internal stressors to the brain and body. Okay. And those are, go to the next slide, please. And he already listed them, but now so Dr. Prasad, here you go. The root causes, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And so the core four dietary supplement system that was just patented actually addresses each one of these, right, Dr. Prasad?
Yes.
Okay. Number one, oxidative stress and inflammation simultaneously, intestinal dysbiosis, the decline of omega-3 fatty acids and its functions, and really the decrease of collagen, right?
Yeah.
And so the core four will help everybody. It doesn't matter the chronic disease.
So you're saying that core 4 works in every body.
Yes.
I'm saying that. He's saying that.
You're saying that.
No, I'm not word for everybody, but for everybody, this is a minimum that everybody must take it. But suppose if you are getting older, then you have require a mineral formula that we develop. You also needed the what you call some kind of a other kind of formula that people suffer osteoporosis and this kind of. So we have developed already, and we are marketing it. But we have submitted one for patent mineral formula, but the other formula that we are developing for joint, I think it will take another few days to complete it, because I have to provide all the references. Why I'm adding this? How much dose which is safe? So that requires a lot.
So Dr. Prasad, did you just tell everybody on here
Huh?
that you just submitted a patent pending
Yeah.
application for the essential mineral boost?
Yes,
Is that what
I
you
just
just said?
submitted. Yeah.
Okay. Why are there not other mineral products out there that have patents, Dr. Prasad?
I
Why
don't know, because see, some of these products they have, other people have ignored it. We have put some herbs there, and which is very important. I mean, I have invented that I have some Ayurvedic knowledge of herbs. So I look also some herbs who can do the same job and no toxicity. And
I'm
so
loving this product.
I think, I think I started 2 days ago. And so I'm feeling it, I had a difficulty when I'm trying to get up. But normally I'm sitting, I have zero pain. But when I'm trying to get up, then I have some pain. So now that pain is reduced, some 10%.
So,
But that's only 2 days, 1 day.
are you combining that with the joint boost?
Yes, of course. Yeah, that
Okay.
joint boost, but I have not submitted for a patent yet, but I'm taking it.
Amazing. Well, we love it. But Dr. Marlene, I asked her before you got on, Dr. Prasad. I love asking her what she's seeing in the clinic and the miracles she's seeing, because it's just so fun that you have provided us, with such scientific rigor and patent and published work to be able to have it in Dr. Marlene's clinic. Do you know what I mean? In other clinics. Dr. Marlene, tell them what you shared with me about the patients with osteoporosis.
Oh, you've muted.
That's all right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did that. I must have accidentally clicked a button. Anyway, we brought some of the joint
Mineral.
and mineral both with us back. So the mineral, we were able to do a before them take it for a couple weeks and then actually do their rescan to see the difference in their blood work and the remineralization. And you can actually see part of the osteoblast, like we were talking about,
Yeah.
actually start reforming and remineralizing, which is amazing. I cannot tell you how awesome that is.
Wow. I can't believe
That
it.
could be part
I
of
mean,
the
you
patent.
develop this formulation, but when you hear the result like that, is it possible?
It is amazing. I'm telling you, it is absolutely amazing.
But it's
Now
going to
they
work.
are taking that with the collagen, right? Like they are
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
the
yeah,
whole core four with it.
yeah.
But the results are beyond remarkable. Beyond remarkable.
See, that kind of data can be published. You have a blood data, you have the data, some other thing that he is taking, he or she. That's one patient.
I think he's asking you to work with him, Marlene.
I I am trying to collect data for you. I really am trying to
I'm
collect
sure that,
data for you.
there's no rush, I'm still around.
Yeah. And we get to actually and we have another set of technology called Biotechna that both Dr. Marlene and I have. And we have the ability to do a mineral density testing
Yeah,
that's 95 to 97%
that's amazing. That will be amazing.
to a DEXA without radiation. And
Yeah.
so
Right.
we are already starting, we've been already measuring that. And one of the things with optimal longevity that is very concerning, there's a few patterns that are showing up to me that are very interesting. Of course, the T-score, which is really your bone density, and we look at that, but now we have a way to help people with those osteoblasts to start regenerating, because they can't do like jumping because maybe they're in pain, right, Marlene? They don't have ways of stimulating it. And so we're measuring all together, and we now have safe strategies to be able to help these people that have bone density issues, and they're more susceptible to falls, Dr. Prasad,
Yeah.
and other chronic diseases, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and
So,
so
in addition to core four, people who are in, older group, they also take this thing both, both product. And so,
Four and more.
yeah, and
more,
and
yeah.
Dr. Prasad, when you sent your patent in, I actually said I think a lot of people are mineral deficient,
Yes.
and I personally knew I was taking extra magnesium glycinate myself, and I was taking 1,500 milligrams a day, Dr. Marlene. And if take that amount when I traveled, I could tell by the lack of peristalsis. I didn't have the movement. And so I knew, but I'm like, sheesh, I'm not a formulator. I'm a biochemist, but I knew that. But when you get to take this product and it only has 500 milligrams of magnesium glycinate, but it has the right CQF, Dr. Prasad, and you put the
Yes.
D3 and the K2, and you put all the right forms in so that we have the electrolytes to go inside. Some have to go inside the cell, right?
Mhm.
And then they have to be the right ratio. And so for me, I was really shocked by how much better I felt, because vitamin D is one of the things I have to, to watch. And I'm excited to get to, I feel better. I think both of us were commenting, we already have a lot of energy. We already feel great, but we feel different now. I think that core 4 and more with that mineral, I think is really going to make a lot
Mineral
of
is,
people's
yeah,
lives.
mineral and the
Joint
other one, relief, joint relief.
Yes.
Mhm.
That is only once a day.
Yeah, once a day for the joint relief. Dr. Marlene, do you have any comments on the joint relief that you've seen? Or what are your comments on anything that you want to share as a
Well,
fireside here?
well, that my little hack that I love doing for pain already, which is 3 ounces of water with the hydro and the collagen mixed in together, right? You put all that in 3 ounces and you down it, and it helps with pain relief, like almost instantaneously. Within 2 minutes, the pain's gone. Well, I can tell you that if you open up the capsule of the joint relief and you put that inside there, it is faster reacting and more anti-inflammatory direct in the cell.
Really? I will try that
Well,
formulation.
you just heard it here. I was like, "Boop, boop," but she
Can
let
you
it
give
go.
that recipe one more time?
So 3 ounces of water. Don't do more than three
How
ounces.
critical is it? 3 ounces? Could be 4, could be 2.
It really has to be 3 because we've tested this. We've done
Oh,
2, we've done 4, and it doesn't react as quick inside the body. So the 3 ounces really is the trick on that. So
okay.
it's 3 ounces of water, 1 pack of hydro, 1 pack of collagen or scoop, whichever way, I don't care which one. And then open up the 2 capsules of the joint
The 3.
inside that, mix it up and down it, and it's amazing. Like, it is amazing.
Did you say
Wow.
the
Wow.
joint relief or the mineral?
The joint,
Joint.
the joint relief.
Oh, okay. So 2 capsules, not 3.
Yes. I've been doing 2 is what we've been doing
Okay.
in it. And the reason why I did 2 is because it's such a high concentration in all at once.
Yeah.
And it is working. I'm telling you, I was already tickled with the my little cocktail that I had made before that I had told you about. But
Yeah.
adding that joint to it is a game changer, a complete game changer. And for people that are suffering from severe migraines, that
Yeah.
actually helps with the inflammation of the migraine as well.
Oh, really?
Wow.
So,
Wow. Was this ever worth it to stay to the end?
Yeah. Because
Wow. Thank you, Dr.
Dr.
Marlene.
Prasad, is that because there are different mechanisms of action for different pain?
I think so. Pain is mostly related to the, um, some local inflammation.
Yeah.
And if you control the inflammation, the pain will go away. But not every place you can reduce 100%. But look like what Marlene is doing, it reduces inflammation 100% right away.
Yes.
So,
It's pretty remarkable. Like, it is really remarkable. And
so
we've done test and test and test on this. We did that prior to the joint. Now we're just
let me
at the
get
joint with
again.
it.
So 3 ounces of water,
3 ounces.
1 omega,
No.
No, 1 hydro,
1 hydro, sorry, 1 hydro, and then
collagen.
collagen, 1 collagen.
Yep, 1 collagen, 1 hydro.
And
And
now
and now we're
two
adding the 2.
capsule of
Yes,
relief, joint relief.
correct. We're opening that up and putting that in it.
Yeah, I always use because I can't swallow the things
Yeah.
very effectively. Okay, I will try tomorrow.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I know we have a few questions, but we're not, but Rebecca, can you have them type out the questions and we'll just have to get them at the next call. Okay.
Okay.
Because it's already 5 after.
Dr. Prasad, this flew by so quickly.
Hang on, because we have to honor Dr. Prasad's time because he's got
He's
stuff
got
to
a
do.
date with his wife.
So with that, so thank you for your questions, and if you can, Rebecca, you can also send them to my email, You can give them my email if you want, and then I can be able to get them answered for the next call.
Yeah, I'll just copy them, take a picture of everything, send it to you.
Yeah,
And
good.
thank you everyone for your questions. But so wrap up, Dr. Prasad, with all that we covered, what is the one most important thing that you want everyone to know from you tonight about Core 4 or about their health? I mean, what do you think the last message we want to end
Core
with?
4 and CQF, those two are very vital for understanding why the system works.
Okay.
And
You-
say again, one more time, the patent that you've just been awarded on Core 4.
Yes.
Go ahead, Jet. Just tell us again what it is.
So it's Dr. Prasad's Core 4 dietary supplement system under one patent number that has never been given out before. It is truly, Dr. Prasad shaking his head. He can't even believe that he was given that. No one has been given that. And so what an honor it is from Dr. Court and myself and Dr. Marlene. Thank you for taking time out of your practice. I know you're busy as all get out.
Rebecca.
And thank you, Miss Rebecca, for moderating. We love and appreciate you. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Rebecca.
And what is the patent? The prevention?
No. It's called Core 4, the dietary supplement system. Right, Doctor? Yes.
Yeah. And then they gave prevention, but not in the title, I think.
Yes, but that's the actual title of the patent, Dr. Court. Yeah. And when we get the number, which
I will
will
send
shortly.
you right away to all of you.
All right.
Thank
And
you.
thank you, everyone. And thank you, Dr. Prasad. You truly are the optimal health span.
Yeah, I am.
Have a great night.
And
from Optimal Longevity, be well.
Be well. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.